We sometimes think, as Americans, that we have to speak in order to be interesting, when the truth of the matter is that silence is much more charismatic, more provocative than speaking all the time. And so what happens too is if I'm a CEO and I speak all the time and I always have these good ideas, and let me share this idea with you, that I negate that there's another person in the dialogue. See, great presentations, great leadership is dialogue, not monologue. The only one who does a monologue well is a professional actor. And even then, the professional actor would prefer not to do them. And when I coach a professional actor in a monologue, we treat it as a dialogue. Even if there aren't any other lines, we put in other lines so they can respond in rehearsal so that when they do it in performance, it's the second part of a dialogue. So the idea is we need to shut up. Einstein says, if A is a success in life, then A equals X plus Y plus Z. Work is X, Y is play, and Z is keeping your mouth shut. Einstein said this. Work, play, shut up. Know when to shut up. You know what's interesting about this is I coach a lot of kids who audition for BFA programs. And you all know what a BFA program is? Bachelor of Fine Arts. So in other words, instead of just scores, board scores and grades, these kids have an audition where they're measured, and that's going to determine whether they get into school or not. And I take this very seriously. And when I started doing this with kids, I called around to colleges and I said, what is it that you look for from a 17-year-old at an acting audition? And to a one, they all said a respect for silence, a respect for nothingness. That creates presence, that creates authenticity, that creates leadership. I don't need to talk and do all the time. I shut up. There's a stillness of the body. And sometimes if you shut up, people dig their own graves. So what are your priorities today for what you have to do? Well, I'm going to do this, do this, do this. Oh, should I have done something else? Ooh, I should do the other thing. Oh, you're right. Thanks for helping me, Michael. I didn't say anything. I just sat there. There's a book called Parent Effectiveness Training, which basically says you ask your kids questions. Let them solve their problems. And that translates to leadership. So if you come to me and say, Michael, you gave me all this work to do. What am I supposed to do first? Instead of solving it for you, I say, well, what are your priorities? What can you delegate? What could wait till tomorrow? Let you solve the problem. Go to a more sparse place where I'm empowering you to come up with your own decisions. More brook, more lake, less ocean all the time.